Just last week, this was a sports hall. Now it's a testing centre for students heading home for the holidays from the University of East London. Not a pleasant process, but reassuring when you're worried about bringing the virus back to your older relatives.
It's definitely something that has been on my mind since people have been talking about going home for Christmas, and it's made me much more relaxed, as well as my family back at home.
If you are tested and you come back negative, you're able to just mingle with your family without having that extra worry.
It allows us to feel secure, confident, to be in the same household just before Christmas.
The government has sent thousands of lateral flow tests to universities across the country. The little kits return results in 30 minutes and, unlike other kinds of tests, they can be processed on the spot. Although they're not as accurate.
All the students we've spoken to today say they're so glad this facility exists because it means they can go home for Christmas and relax with their families. But just because you test negative today doesn't mean you'll test negative tomorrow. Is there a risk that they relax too much based on something which isn't 100%?
The academic running the centre says any test is better than none.
The biggest concern that's been raised with this lateral flow testing is sensitivity, and is not as sensitive as the PCR test. So I think for the purposes that we're using this test to get that snapshot of the status of a person at that point in time, pre-travel, I think it's fit for purpose.
Let's hope that's right, because a lot is riding on these tests. The government just announced that they'll be used over Christmas to let care home residents see and even hug their families.
It's great to see this new guidance that's just coming out. It offers a ray of light, I think, to hundreds of thousands of families and older people right across the UK that at last, after a long period of being able to be kept apart, they're going to be able to see each other again.
To support its mass testing programme, the government has cited the example of Liverpool, saying testing there brought about a remarkable decline in cases. The data suggests a different conclusion. Coronavirus cases in Liverpool City were already falling when mass testing was introduced, and they fell in other nearby areas, even though none of these boroughs had mass testing. The scale and speed of the mass testing effort is remarkable, but the government is taking a big bet on it when it can't be sure of the results. Roland Manthorpe, Sky News.